Back here in River Forest, once again, I'm CJ Sunner on the Cougar Radio Network, powered by Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A in Melrose Park, eat more chicken. Cougars took game one of this doubleheader. They will get game two underway here as Mercado takes the first pitch strike, 0-1. It will be Mercado to lead off, hitting 400 on the season. Is that what pitch misses down? Pitching for the Muskies here is Taylor Johan, the junior, here in game two. As that one's in there for a called strike. Now 1-2. Johan is 0-1 on the season, making his second start. Has thrown 9 innings. Opponents batting .325 against him. Pitch is swung and lined into center field, and Mercado has a leadoff base hit. Leadoff man aboard for the Cougars here in the game two. CUC batting as the away team here in today's doubleheader because of the games being moved from Lakeland. So the batter now will be Braden Benavides. CUC sticking with the same batting order besides Paz Agueldo moving into the catching position in the 8-hole. Alex Krennigan is a pitcher for CUC here in game two. We'll get more about him as they check on Mercado. Mercado, 27-28 in stolen base attempts on the season. Kick and the pitch. And Mercado fakes a steal as that pitch misses high for a ball, 1-0. Benavides in game one had 2 hits. The pitch, high and away. Now 2-0. We apologize about the camera angles, making sure we're trying to get the whole new video system in tune. 2-0 the count here, though, to Benavides as they check on Mercado once again. The count to Benavides. Kick the pitch. Runner goes. Benavides lines one foul down the left field line, and count moves to 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike the count to Benavides. And he will step off. Keep an eye on Mercado. Kick the pitch. Runner goes. Throw down to second is not in time as Mercado takes second. Stolen base number 28 on the season for the speedy shortstop for CUC. Now a runner in scoring position. Pitch miss high, count now 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike, the pitch. Misses in, it looks like. And a walk will put runners at first and second. Batter now will be Brian Van Duzer. Van Duzer was walked 3 times in game one, had a triple and a sac fly. 2 on here to begin the Cougar half of the first. Pitch ran inside off the glove of the catcher, Grasso. That will be 2 in scoring position. See if the Cougars can get the offense going early here in game two. It took a few innings in game one. Johan's allowed 10 earned runs, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts, and 9 innings of work. Kick and the pitch. Swan and lifted into center. Going back on it is Oliveras, and that's down. 2 runs are going to score. Van Duzer will cruise into second. It's a 2 RBI double for Brian Van Duzer, and the Cougars are on the board first, 2-0. Make that 32 RBIs on the season for Van Duzer, matching the team high from Brody Mariotti, who is the batter now.
First baseman number 8, Brody Mariotti.
First pitch to Mariotti, breaking ball, misses inside, 1-0. One ball, no strikes to count. Van Duzer on second, who doubled. This one, Swan popped up on the infield. Playable for the catcher, Grasso, who will make the catch for out number 1.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 32, Connor Brandon.
So 1 out here in the Cougar half of the first. Batter now will be Connor Brandon. Brandon had a double and a home run in game 1, as that one is swung on and missed for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Kick the pitch. Van Duzer goes, and it'll be fouled off for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to count on Brandon. Van Duzer, the runner at second. 2 runs already in for the Cougars in the inning. Kick and the pitch. Swan and grounded through the left side, a base hit. Van Duzer had to hold as the third baseman, Adame, was there to try to make a play. So it'll put runners at the corners now with 1 out. Batter now will be Keegan Tyrell.
Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 3, Keegan Tyrell.
Tyrell had 2 hits in game 1, including a double down the third base line and an RBI single. CUC trying to add on here, already with 2 runs on 3 hits in the inning. First pitch to Tyrell misses down and away for ball 1. Runners at the corners, 1-0 the count. See if the Cougars will put Brandon in motion here. The pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike, and the count evens at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike the count. They'll check on Brandon once again over at first. One ball, 1 strike. Kick the pitch. Runner goes. Swung through. Throw to second will be in time to get Brandon. So Brandon is thrown out trying to steal second for the second out of the inning. Count 1-2 on Tyrell. Johannes gets his sign. Kicks and the pitch. Breaking ball misses well up. Now 2-2. Cougars took game 1 of this doubleheader 13-2. 14-2. Winning their 22nd straight game. This one lined into center dropping, but not quick enough as a great diving catch by the center fielder, Alberto Olivares, will end the Cougar half of the first. In the inning for CUC, they pick up 2 runs on 3 hits, and they leave 1. Your score after half inning, Cougars 2, Muskies coming to bat. Back here in River Forest, once again, I'm CJ Sellner. Glad you could join us here. Going to the bottom of the first, it will be Alex Krinnigan on the mound for CUC. Krinnigan coming into today with a 3.38 ERA, a 4-0 record on the season, making his 6th start. Has thrown 29 1/3 innings, allowed 11 earned runs, just 3 walks to 32 strikeouts as he delivers a first pitch strike. Opponents batting just .261 against him. It'll be Justin Wall-Adame to lead off for the Muskies. The third baseman moving from the 2 spot to the 1 spot here in Game 2. Mercado on the run, long throw across, wouldn't have got him anyway. And it'll be a leadoff infield single to begin the bottom of the first for the Muskies. So with the leadoff runner aboard, the batter will be the shortstop, Nathan Hemmerling. Hemmerling went 1 for 2 in Game 1 with a single, a ground out to second, and a line out to third. First pitch swinging, and he fouls it off, and it's an 0-1 count. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Swung on and missed. He blew a fastball by him off the outside corner. It's quickly 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Kick and the pitch. Off the outside corner. He thought about it, but didn't. Now 1-2. Hemmerling came into today hitting .304 on the season. The pitch. Swung on and missed. He chased one above his head, and that'll be strikeout number 1 of the day for Alex Krinnigan. Get that out of his book. With 1 out now, that'll bring up the first baseman, Travis Regalado. Regalado, a .320 hitter coming into today. Drove home the only 2 runs for Lakeland in Game 1 on a 2-run shot to left. First pitch misses up. In total, he went 1 for 3 in game one with a strikeout, the homer, and a flyout to right. Pitch in there for a called strike to even the count at 1-1. Runner still at first here for the Muskies. Pitch is swung on and off the handle. Count now 1-2. That'll sting the hands a little bit. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Krennigan kicks the pitch. Breaking ball, spoiled foul, and we'll do it again at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Kick and the 1-2 again. Lifted into right center. Calling for it is Fouth, and he's unable to make the catch on a slide, so it'll go down as a single. Tyrell gave up on it early. It was right in between the two outfielders for CUC. A tough luck single puts runners at first and second now with 1 away.
Batting fourth, the second baseman, number 23, Connor Filburn.
So runners at first and second now for the Muskies, threatening here with 1 away. Kick and the 0-0 pitch. In there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Kick and the pitch. Swung and missed. He blew a fastball by him up in the zone. Hilburn in game one went 1 for 3 with a single and 2 flyouts. Chance to get the Muskies on the board here in the bottom of the first. Kick and the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Through Benavides will score a run as Tyrell comes up throwing. It'll be well late, and it's a 2-1 ball game. Benavides was shaded up the middle but was unable to get there. So an infield single, a Bermuda triangle single, now a single up the middle results in the first run of the day for the Muskies here in game 2.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 4.
Batter now will be Jack Banks, the left fielder. Banks in game 1 went 0 for 3, flew out twice and grounded out to first. Pitch misses down from Krennigan, 1-0. Krennigan got roughed up a little bit in his last start. That came against Illinois Tech last Sunday. He went 5 1/3, gave up 6 earned on 10 hits. Pitch misses up and away. Now 2-0. Two balls, no strikes to count to Banks. 1 run already in the inning for the Muskies. Pitch, line towards short, and it will be a double play. Good way to get out of the inning there. A 6-4 double play ends the Muskie half of the first in the inning. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Through 1 here in River Forest. Cougars 2, Muskies 1. Back here in River Forest once again, Mateo Kaye to lead off for the Cougars as we head to the top of the second. 7-8-9 due up for the Cougars. The designated hitter for the Cougars went 2 for 4 in game one with a single double, as this one is softly hit towards second. Throw across will not be in time, and it will be an infield single for Mateo Kaye to lead off the second. So with Kaye aboard, that'll bring up Abe Paz.
Batting eighth, the catcher, number 30, Abe Paz.
Paz getting the game to start, as it's been a lot this season for CUC. Paz on the season hitting .324, making his 10th start. Cougars with a runner on. 0-0 pitch is sharply hit foul off the face of the Muskie dugout. Wind's picked up considerably, as you can see as the center field camera bounces around a bit. 0-1 the count here on Abe Paz. The pitch, breaking ball, misses up. Now 1-1. One ball, one strike to count. Quick check on Kaye over at first as he goes diving back. Kick and the 1-1. Kaye goes, throws inside, throws up towards second, and they got Kaye on the backside. It was close, but Kaye's thrown out. Second time CUC's been thrown out trying to take second by Grasso. One out here in the Cougars' second. One and two the count on Abe Paz. The pitch, breaking ball, misses upstairs. Count evens at 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Kick and the pitch. Hit sharply foul over the head of Stosky in the third base coach's box. Count remains at 2-2. Wind and the 2-2 again. Foul once again as Stosky dances out of the way in that third base coach's box. We'll do it again at 2-2. Johan gets his sign, the 2-2 again. Breaking ball swung on and missed as Abe Paz goes down on strikes. 2 outs in the Cougar half now. And I'll bring up Matt Fouth, the right fielder.
Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 7, Matt Fouth.
So 2 outs in the inning now. Matt Fouth, the batter. Fouth in game one had a single, a sac fly, and a strikeout. Shows bunt and pulls back and takes strike one. Wind and the 0-1. Swan and popped up into center field. Calling for it is the center fielder Oliveras, who will make the catch, and that'll do it for the Cougars in the second. In the inning for CUC, no runs on one hit, nobody left. We're through 1.5. Cougars 2, Muskies 1.
21, Hunter Frisk.
Back in River Forest, once again, I'm CJ Sunner. Glad you could join us here. It will be 6, 7, 8 due up for the Muskies. Hunter Frisk to lead off the designated hitter. Muskies got a single run back last half inning as first pitch is in there for a called strike, 0-1. Frisk, the freshman, a 286 hitter coming into today's doubleheader. The pitch in there, called strike, and it's quickly 0-2. Frisk went 0 for 2 in game one, a fly out to center and grounded into a 3-6-3 double play. 0-2 misses high and away. Now 1-2. Wind and the 1-2 pitch. Spoiled foul, and we'll do it again at 1-2. Kick and the 1-2 pitch. Swan and spoiled foul straight back once again. Count remain at 1-2 to the designated hitter for the Muskies. Pitch once again, and Swan and miss. He struck him out as he chased the pitch up and away. And there's one away here in the Muskie half.
Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 12, Alberto Olivares.
Better now will be Alberto Olivares, the center fielder. Was the leadoff hitter last game for the Muskies, but dropped down in the order here in game two. First pitch is Swan and foul tipped into the glove of Abe Paz, and it's 0-1. Olivares went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a pop out to first in game one. Pitch is in there, and it's quickly 0-2. Krenigan's a player that loves to pump a lot of strikes into the zone early in the count. 0-2 the count here. Kick and the pitch. Swan and pop foul out of play, and we'll do it again at 0-2. Wind and the 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3. He caught him looking. And there's 2 away in the Muskie half. With 2 outs, now that'll bring up Chase Grasso, the catcher. He went 0 for 2 in game one with a strikeout and a pop out to the catcher. First pitch from Krenigan, buried in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Misses just down, and the count evens at 1-1. The 1-1. Called strike, and Krenigan's a strike away from getting through the second. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Krenigan gets his sign from Abe Paz and deals. Swan and grounded back up the middle, and it'll be a 2-out base hit for the catcher. With 2 outs now, that will bring up Colin Schultz.
Number 49, Colin Schutz.
Schutz went 0 for 2 in game one, a pop out to short and grounded to third. First pitch in there for a called strike from Krenigan, and it's 0-1. Kick and the 0-1. Swan and hit well into center. Back is Tyrell, who will camp under it to make the catch, and that will do it for the Muskies in the second. In the inning, no runs on 1 hit.
In the inning,
And one left. We're through two complete. Your score, Cougars 2, Muskies 1. Back here in River Forest, once again, I'm CJ Sellner. Glad you could join us here. We go to the top of the third. It'll be Jose Mercado to lead off. First pitch misses just low and away for ball one. One 0 misses to Mercado. Count now 2-0. Pitch now 3-0 as that one misses down and away. Wine and 3-0. Mercado taking the whole way. Now 3-1. Three-one pitch. Grounded sharply to third. Gloved by Adame. Throw is in time. What a play by the Lakeland third baseman to get Mercado. So with Mercado retired 5-3, that will bring up Braden Benavidez.
Second baseman, number 20, Braden Benavidez.
Benavidez walked and scored back in the first. Benavidez comes into game two hitting .321 on the season as he flies this one into right, which is playable for Schutz, who will make the catch, and there's two away. With two outs now, that'll bring up Brian Van Duzer, the Cougar third baseman. Van Duzer doubled home a pair back in the first. He's back in a tie with Mariotti for the team lead in RBIs with 32. First pitch, breaking ball, misses up, 1-0. Kick and the 1-0 pitch. Grounded softly towards first. Should be playable for Regalado, who will step on the base, and that will do it as the Cougars go down quickly in order in the third. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We're through 2.5. Cougars still lead it 2-1. Back here in River Forest once again as we go to the bottom of the third. It is 2-1 Cougars here. It will be the top of the order due up for the Muskies. Wall Adame to lead off. He's 1 for 1 here for the Muskies in game 2. Reached on an infield single last time up. First pitch swinging, and it's skied on the infield. Playable for Mercado, who will make the catch, and there's one away.
Shortstop number 27, Nathan Hemmerling.
One out now. That brings up Nathan Hemmerling. Krennigan trying to get things going here and get the Cougars back in the dugout. First pitch swinging and coming up empty. And it's 0-1. Kick and the pitch. Down in the dirt, blocked by Abe Paz. One ball, one strike. Krennigan winds and deals. Swan and popped up on the infield. Calling for it is Van Duzer, who will make the catch, and there's quickly 2 away.
First baseman number 22, Travis Regalado.
Batter now is Travis Regalado, the first baseman. Singled last time up as he swings at this one and lines it into center. Playable for Tyrell. And that's a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Muskies in the third. Score remains 2-1 Cougars here, and we're through 3 here in River Forest. Back here in River Forest, once again, I'm CJ Sullivan. Glad you could join us here. Brody Mariotti to lead off for the Cougars here. It's 4-5-6 due up for the Cougars. Still a 2-1 game here in River Forest. Mariotti is 0 for 1 here in game 2. Popped out last time up as he lines this one into left center for a base hit. Mariotti running hard. He's going to try to stretch this into a double, and he does. Good hustle by the big man out of the box. And the Cougars get a runner in scoring position to open up the fourth. They'll bring up Connor Brand in the left fielder. Brandon singled through the left side in his last at-bat. Brandon on the season, a .321 hitter with 28 driven in. Johan kicks the 0-0 pitch. Fastball on the inner half. Count moves 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Kick and the pitch. Swan and lined into left center. Back at the wall, and it's off the face of the left center field wall. Mariotti scores easily. Brandon cruises into second and is 3-1 CUC here in the fourth. So the second hit of the day for Brandon, and it's 3-1 CUC. Batter is Keegan Tyrell, the Cougar center fielder. Brandon standing at second. Tyrell 0 for 1 here in game 2. Struck out last time up. First pitch swinging. He will hook this one foul and out of play. All good. Back once again. 0-1 the pitch. Breaking ball misses upstairs, and the count evens at 1-1. Cougars leading this one 3-1. CUC number 1 in the country coming into game 2, 22-1 overall. 11-0 in the NACC. Very close to already locking up a playoff spot, as that one just misses to Tyrell. Lakeland sitting at 4-7. Still in the middle of the playoff mix here in the NACC. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch, down and away, and it runs to 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike the count. Long pause looking at Brandon at second. Kick and the pitch. Ran inside and they said it hit him. So it'll put a runner on at first. First and second now for CUC, and the batter will be Mateo Kaye. We will have a meeting at the mound, and a new pitcher will be coming in here for the Muskies. We'll take a break, get you set up with the new arm when we return. 3-1 Cougars. Cougar Baseball brought to you in part by Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A Melrose Park. Eat more chicken. Back here in River Forest, once again, Noah Suissa on for the Muskies. Suissa coming in with an 0-1 record on the year, a 5.4 ERA, making his 10th appearance. Has thrown 13 1/3 innings. First pitch showing bunt and pulling back is Kaye, and it's 1-0. Suissa has allowed 21 hits in those 13 1/3 innings of work, 8 earned runs, has walked 14 with 9 strikeouts. Opponents batting .333 against him. Batter is Mateo Kaye. Kaye, who's 1 for 1 here in game 2. As that one's in there for a called strike. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Swung and popped foul straight back. One ball, 1 strike to count. Runners on first and second here with nobody out here in the Cougar 4th. Pitch misses to Kaye. Two balls, 1 strike. Or excuse me, 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Long pause, the 2-2. Spoiled foul once again, and we'll do it again. Two balls, 2 strikes to count to Kaye. This one swung and hit through the left side, a base hit. Brandon will be waved around third. He'll score easily. Throw will go to third. And an RBI single from Mateo Kaye makes it 4-1 CUC here in the 4th.
Catcher, number 30, Abe Paz.
So a 2 in the inning, making it 4-1 CUC. It'll bring up Abe Paz, the catcher. Agueldo is 0 for 1, struck out last time up, as this one's hit into shallow left, and it drops quickly for a base hit. Bases are now loaded for CUC. Batter now will be Matt Fouth. Bases loaded here for Fouth with nobody out. Corners in for the Muskies. CUC with a chance to break this game wide open in the 4th. First pitch down in the dirt and blocked by Grasso behind the dish. Fouth with the bases loaded this season is 0 for 2. One ball, no strikes to count. Kick and the pitch down in the dirt, blocked by Grasso once again, and it's 2-0. Two balls, no strikes to count. Kick and the 2-0. Swung on and missed. It was foul tipped into the mid of Grasso as he chased one up. Now 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Tyrell at third, Kaye at second, Abe Paz at first. The pitch. Down in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. And Tyrell will hold. Didn't get a read on it initially. Count now 3-1. They're going to have to come to Fouth here. Nowhere to put them, bases loaded here with nobody out in the Cougar 4th. Suisa gets his sign. kicks the 3-1. Called strike up in the zone. Fouth can't believe it. And the count runs full at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Fouth. Runners will hold just with nobody out in the inning. Sleesick kicks the payoff pitch. High and tight, and Fouth draws a full count walk to bring home another run, making it 5-1 CUC. That'll turn over the lineup again and bring up the top and Jose Mercado. Mercado is 1 for 2 here in game 2. Singled up the middle in the first and scored, and then grounded out to third last time up in the third. Bases still loaded with nobody out in the Cougar half of the fourth. Kick in the 0-0 pitch. Fastball just misses. 1-0. One ball, no strikes from Suiza to Mercado. Kick in the pitch. Fastball this time on the outside corner for a called strike, and the count evens at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike the count to Mercado. Kick in the 1-1. Misses well high. Now 2-1. 1 run has already walked in the inning. CUC already with 3 up so far, still nobody out. Inning began double hit by pitch, then a single walk got us to here. 2-1 pitch. Swung and missed. Mercado wanted to put one on Division Street. Now it's 2-2. Kaye at third, Agueldo at second, Fouth at first. Kick and the pitch. Ran high to Mercado, and the count runs full at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Nowhere to put him here with the bases loaded. The 3-2 pitch. Swung and lifted into left. Going back on it is the left fielder, Banks, who will make the catch. Both runners will tag, and everybody ends up tagging on the play. A perfect sac fly by Mercado. Mute me real quick. One and 0 the count here to Benavides. The pitch. Down in the dirt. Now 2-0. CUC making it 6-1 on the sac fly by Mercado. Fouth at second, Agueldo at third. A smart move by Fouth being able to tag up on the play. Infield in for the Muskies. Pitch. Swung on and missed. He chased a fastball and came up empty. Now 2-1. 1 out in the inning. CUC leading 6-1, trying to sweep the day. Kick and the 2-1. Swung and hit to left center and deep. Back at the wall, and this one is gone. Braden Benavides goes deep over the left center field wall, and it's 9-1 CUC. His second homer of the year. RBIs 22, 23, and 24. 9-1. Cougars lead it here in the fourth. And we will have another pitching change for the Muskies. We'll take a break, get you set up with a new arm in just a few moments. Cougar Baseball brought to you in part by Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A in Melrose Park. Eat more chicken. Back here in River Forest once again, Brian Van Duzer is the batter now for CUC as they lead 9-1 here as the first pitch misses outside. New pitcher on for the Muskies is Jordan Johnson. The right-hander is 0-2 on the season with a 10.5 ERA as that one's fouled off. Making his sixth appearance, has thrown 13 2/3 innings, allowed 24 hits, 16 earned runs, 12 walks, 6 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .387 against him. 1-1 the count here to Van Duzer. Kick and the 1-1. Called strike, and the count moves to 1-2. Braden Benavidez going deep for the second time on the season. As this one's lined into left center, and this should be down for extra bases. It'll roll all the way to the wall, and Van Duzer's in with a stand-up double. CUC's batted through the order now in the inning. It'll be Brody Mariotti.
First baseman number 8, Brody Mariotti.
So Brody Mariotti, the batter now for the second time in the inning. He doubled in this inning already. 0-0 pitch to him. Misses upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Wind has picked up a bit here in River Forest, blowing out. The 1-0 pitch. Swan and misses. He chased a pitch down, and the count evens at 1-1. One ball, one strike. Kick and the pitch. Swan and lined towards the Lakeland bullpen and foul. The count moves to 1-2. One ball, two strikes to count here to Mariotti. Kick and the pitch. Bounced in and blocked by Grasso. Count now 2-2. The pitch swung on and missed. He pulled a string on Mariotti there for the second out of the inning.
Left fielder, number 32, Connor Brandon.
Batter now is Connor Brandon. Kick in. The first pitch to him is an 0-0 pitch in the dirt. And it's 1-0. Misses down. Now 2-0. 2 outs with a runner on second. In the top of the fourth, 7 runs in the inning for CUC thus far. Kick in the 2-0. Swan and lifted into right center. Going back on it is Schutz, and he's unable to make the catch on the run. Brandon running hard. He's going to try for 3 and slide in easily with a stand-up triple. Second hit of the inning for Brandon. Now has a single, double, and a triple in the ballgame. Just a home run shy of the cycle. RBI there makes it 10-1 CUC.
Center fielder, number 3, Keegan Tyrell.
Batter is Keegan Tyrell. He was hit by a pitch in this inning. Struck out in the second. First pitch offering, lazy fly ball into shallow center, dropping quickly, and it's down for a hit. So it keeps on coming in the inning, making it 11-1 CUC. 9 runs in the inning. And the batter is Mateo Calle. Kaye is 2 for 2 in the game with 2 singles. Last time in this inning, he singled to left. Tyrell the runner at first, 9 runs in the inning. CUC with 11 runs on 12 hits. First pitch runs high and tight to Kaye, 1-0. Lakeland does have an arm ready out in the bullpen. CUC has, as a team, has hit for the cycle in the inning. That one's chopped foul by Kaye. Now 1-1. It's so crooked. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kick and the pitch. In tight and hit Kaye, so he will be aboard for a second time in the inning. And we will have another pitching change for the Muskies. Take a break, get you set up with a new pitcher in just a few moments. Cougars leading this one 11-1. Cougar Baseball brought to you in part by Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A in Melrose Park. Eat more chicken. Back here in River Forest, once again, I'm CJ Sellner. Glad you could join us here as we continue on with what has become a very long top of inning number 4. 9 runs in the inning for CUC. New pitcher on for the Muskies is number 32, Brandon Janowitz, freshman right-hander for the Muskies. Janowitz on the season making his 4th appearance. Has a 0 ERA and 2 1/3 innings of work as that one misses. 1-0 the count. Abe Paz on the day in game 2 is 1 for 2. He singled already in this inning and struck out back in the second. Kick in, the pitch bounces in. Tyrell and Kai running on the play as the throw goes to second. And it'll be 2 in scoring position for the Cougars here with 2 away. Two balls, no strikes to count on Abe Paz. 4th pitcher already used by the Muskies here in game 2. Kick and the pitch. Down in the dirt and blocked by Grasso. Count runs to 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes to count. Matt Fouth due up next. Brody Mariotti led off this inning a long time ago with a double. As CUC is hit for the cycle in the inning. The 3-0 pitch in there for a called strike. Now 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike to count. Kick in the 3-1. Swan in line down the left field side for a base hit. 1 run is in. Hustling is Kaye. Abe Paz into second. It's a 2 RBI double as the hit parade continues here in the 4th. A double for Paz makes it 13-1 CUC and brings up Matt Fouth.
Right fielder number 7, Matt Fouth.
So Matt Fouth will be the batter now. He walked his first time up this inning, and he flew out back in the second. Every CUC starter besides Fouth has a hit thus far, so that's his goal now. First pitch misses down and away for a ball, 1-0. One ball, no strikes to count. CUC has blown this one wide open here in the 4th. 1-0 pitch in the dirt, now 2-0. See how much the Cougars want to use Alex Crinigan. You'd like to get him a chance to get his 5th win of the year, but he'd still have to pitch another 2 innings, and he's been sitting there a long time. Pitch, breaking ball in there for a called strike. Now 2-1 here to Fouth. 2 balls, 1 strike to Fouth with Abe Paz on second. Janowitz kicks the pitch. Down and away. Count runs to 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. A big 11-run inning. We'll have to go back in the Jim Egan archives and find out the last time we've scored double-digit runs in an inning. As this one's softly grounded towards third, fielded by Adame, who will throw it across in time, and that will do it for the Cougars in the 4th. In the inning for CUC, 11 runs on 9 hits. 1 left. We're through 3.5. Cougars 13, Muskies 1. Back here in River Forest once again. Glad you could join us here. No balls, 2 strikes the count here. We have a brand new lineup out for CUC as we begin the inning. 1-2 the count. The batter is Hilburn. Kick in the 1-2. Swan and hit well to left. This could be trouble down the left field line. Dewey giving chase, and this one's out of here. Connor Hilburn goes deep for the first time this season. Makes it 13-2. So the batter with 1 run in the 4th will be Banks. First pitch swinging, it's popped up. Calling for it is the shortstop Uba, who will make the catch for out number 1. With 1 out now, that brings up the designated hitter, Hunter Frisk. CUC going with a nearly completely new lineup, as that's called strike. Behind the plate is Zavoli. Gianfranco Sorrentino goes to third. Matt Uba is at short. Braden Benavides stays in at second. Jacob Frank at first. Nathan Dewey in left. Howie Hatton in center. And Alex Kinnert is in right. This one, Swan and lifted into left. There for it to make the catch is Dewey, and there's 2 outs in the inning. With 2 outs now, that will bring up number 12.
Center fielder, number 12, Alberto.
It'll be Alberto Olivares. First pitch misses for a ball, 1-0. I got a picture. This one swung and missed. A big rip and came up empty. Now 1-1. One ball, 1 strike to count. The pitch. Swan and miss. He chased a fastball up and out of the zone. Now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to the Lakeland center fielder. He's 0 for 1 here in game 2. Struck out in his only plate appearance. The pitch. Just missed off the outside corner. Krennigan thought he had a called strike 3. Krennigan getting his sign from Zavoli behind the dish. Kick and the pitch. Swan, strike 3. He got him with a breaking ball, and that will do it for the Muskies in the inning. For the Muskies in the inning, 1 run on 1 hit. Nobody left. Your new score after 4. Cougars 13, Muskies 2. Back here in River Forest once again, I'm CJ Selner. It will be Michael Zavoli to lead off for the Cougars.
Leading off the top of the fifth for the Cougars, catcher number 17, Michael Zavoli.
Zavoli, the batter here for the CUC Cougars, leading 13-2 here in the fifth as the pitch is fouled off. Now it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count to Zavoli. Zavoli, a 143 hitter on the season, making his 6th appearance. 0-2 pitch, grounded towards second, fielded cleanly and over to first, and that will do it for Zavoli. Hilburn to Regalado on the putout. So with 1 out now, that will bring up the second baseman, Brayden Benavides.
Second baseman number 20, Brayden Benavides.
Benavides in game 2 has walked, flown out to right, and homered to left center. First pitch is a ball off the outside corner, and it's 1-0. Kick the 1-0. Misses upstairs. Now 2-0 to Benavides. Sorry about not having the center field camera right now. Wind blowing just a little bit too much. That it's a little too unsteady at the moment. Now 1-2. Excuse me, 2-1. Kick and the 2-1 pitch to Benavides. Popped foul over the first base side, not a play. Two balls, 2 strikes to count, 1 out in the inning. Wind in the 2-2 pitch. Off the outside corner, and the count runs full at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes to count to Benavides. The pitch in the dirt, and he walked him. So 1 out. Benavides is on board for the 3rd time in game 2. Batter now will be Gianfranco Sorrentino.
Third baseman number 34, Gianfranco Sorrentino.
Sorrentino, a 286 hitter on the season for the Cougars. 2 for 7 with an RBI. Coach Stosky able to empty his bench after his starters put up an 11-run 4th inning, as that one's in the dirt and blocked by Grasso behind the plate. One ball, no strikes to count. Kick the pitch. Swan and hit to left center and deep. Back at the track, and you can kiss it goodbye. Gianfranco Sorrentino with the 2-run shot to left center, and is 15-2 CUC. He goes deep as CUC hits their 2nd home run of the game, and it's 15-2 CUC here in the 5th. Batter now will be Jacob Frank. 15-2, CUC leads it here. Batter now is Jacob Frank. Frank hitting 105 on the season, appearing in his 19th game. Has seen a lot of action for CUC, making 10 starts. Definitely has come on. We've seen him a lot as a defensive replacement as of late for Mariotti. As that one's a called strike. Now, Kick and the 1-2 pitch. Swan and hit hard, but foul. Count now 2-2. Excuse me, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to count to Frank. Kick and the pitch. Breaking ball called strike 3 as Frank goes down looking for the second out of the inning. Batter now will be Matthew Uba.
Shortstop, number 6, Matthew Uba.
Uba on the season hitting .400, appearing in his 5th game. He's 2 for 5 with 2 driven in. First pitch misses down for a ball, 1-0. CUC came into the series with a 21-3 record against Lakeland since 2007, as that one's a called strike. This game having a lot of same similarities to a game where CUC beat the Muskies 28-5 back in 2016, as that one's fouled off by Uba. Count now 1-2. In that game, CUC had an 11-run 5th inning, accompanied by another 8-run inning, as they put up 28 runs on 26 hits in that ballgame. This one grounded towards Hilburn at second, fumbled initially, and that will be an E4 as Uba is aboard. Batter now will be Nathan Dewey, the left fielder. Runner at first with 2 outs here in the Cougar half of inning number 5. CUC batted around back in the 4th. As that one misses up and away to Dewey, 1-0. CUC will get ready to take on UW La Crosse tomorrow. If you can't make it to the games, you can find all live links at cucougars.com/coverage. Kick and the 1-0 pitch misses upstairs, and it's 2-0 here to Dewey. 15-2, Cougars lead it here in the 5th. Kick the 2-0. Called strike on the outside corner. Now 2-1. Dewey on the season hitting .286 for CUC's, 2 for 7 with 2 driven in. Kick and the 2-1. Swung and missed. He took a big rip at one up in the zone and came up empty. Now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces Wild here in the top of the 5th. Kick and the 2-2 pitch. Swan spoiled foul straight back, and we'll do it again at 2-2. Janowitz gets a sign, the 2-2. Swan and grounded in and out of the glove of a diving third baseman, Adame. That was a tough play. Dewey's aboard. Runners at first and second now for the Cougars with 2 away. So batter now will be Adam Lackey, the designated hitter. So Dewey aboard with a hit. Runners at first and second with 2 away. CUC already with 2 in the inning. First pitch misses up for a ball, 1-0. CUC with 15 runs on 15 hits after putting up 14 in the opener. This one in there for a called strike at the belt. Janowitz gets a sign and the pitch. Swan and popped foul straight back and out of play. Count now 1-2 to Lackey. Ten different players have recorded a hit for CUC in this ballgame. Make that 11 as Adam Lackey goes down the left field line. One run is in. They will hold Dewey at third, and it's an RBI double for Adam Lackey. Make that 16-2 CUC here in the fifth. And we will have another pitching change here for the Muskies. Cougar Baseball brought to you in part by Doc Ryan's. Doc Ryan's on Madison Street, always there for all your Cougar post-game needs. Back here in River Forest, once again, I'm CJ Sellner. Glad you could join us here. 16-2, Cougars lead it as we play on in the top of the fifth. Batter will be Howie Hatton, the center fielder. Hatton getting his first at-bat of the day. Cougars leading this one 16-2. Been well in control of this one today. Lakeland getting single runs in the first and fourth innings. First pitch to Hatton in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Hatton making his fourth appearance of the season for CUC, a .333 hitter in his freshman campaign. New pitcher on for the Muskies is number 10, Joey McNaught, as that one's in the dirt for a ball. 1-1. McNaught on the season has a 8.1 ERA, making his sixth appearance. Has thrown 6 2/3 innings, allowed 11 hits, 6 earned runs, 5 walks, 6 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .355 against him. Kick and the pitch is swung and hit well into center field, but playable for Oliveras, who will make the catch, and that will do it for the Cougars in the inning. In the inning for CUC, they pick up 3 runs on 3 hits, including 1 Lakeland error. Your new score after 4.5. Cougars 16, Lakeland 2. Back here in River Forest, once again, I'm CJ Sellner. Glad you could join us here as we play on into the bottom of the fifth. 16-2, Cougars lead it here. It'll be the number 8 batter for Lakeland, Chase Grasso, the batter. Grasso 1 for 1 here in game 2, singled back in the second inning. First pitch from new CUC pitcher Chris Woods is swung into shallow center. Coming in on the run to call for it and make the catch is Howie Hatton for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth. The batter now will be Colin Schutz. New pitcher, as I was saying, for CUC is Chris Woods. First pitch to Schutz is in there for a called strike, 0-1. Woods on the season for CUC, making his second appearance, has a 0 ERA, as that one misses inside for a ball, now 1-1. His second appearance of the season is 0 ERA through 1 inning thus far, 1 walk, no hits, and opponents do not have a hit against him. The 1-1. Swan and grounded foul on the third base side, and it's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to count. Woods getting his sign from Zavoli, now readies. Freshman kicks and delivers. About a 51.5-foot pitch, bounces in. Now 2-2. Woods readies and the 2-2 delivery. Swan and spoiled foul once again, and we'll do it again at 2-2. Stick around after the game, folks. We'll have head coach Mike Stosky up in the booth with us to talk about today's doubleheader, and I'm sure he'll have a lot to say about today's performance. Kick and the 2-2 to Schutz is in the dirt, and the count runs full at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Kick in the 3-2 delivery. Swan hit hard but foul off the netting all on the third base side, and we'll do it again at 3-2. A gorgeous day for baseball here in River Forest as CUC has put up 30 runs so far in the doubleheader. Temperatures rising into the low 70s here. Only thing that's caused any problems has been for us on the broadcast side with the wind blowing out. Woods readies and the payoff pitch once again. Swan and fouled straight back, and the count will remain full at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Kick in the 3-2. Swan and missed. He struck him out as he chased a pitch up and out of the zone. 2 outs in the inning now, and that will bring up the top of the order for the Muskies in their leadoff hitter, Justin Wall Adame.
Third baseman, number 77, Justin Wall Adame.
Two outs here in the Muskie half of the fifth. Kick in the first pitch swinging. Hatton giving chase in center. And he will make a nice over-the-shoulder grab, and that will do it for the Muskies in the inning. In the inning for the Muskies, no runs, no hits, nobody left. We're through 5 here in River Forest. Your score, Cougars 16, Muskies 2. Back here in River Forest, once again, I'm CJ Sauner. Glad you could join us here. We head to the 6th in this one. It'll be Alex Kinnert to lead off for the Cougars, as CUC continues to play well here. Already coming into today with a 21-game winning streak. They made that 22 earlier in a Game 1 win. Well on their way to their 23rd straight victory. Pitch misses down. Count now 2-0. Two balls, no strikes to count to Kinnert. Kick and the pitch off the outside corner, and it runs to 3-0. Exactly what CUC needed, though, going into a busy upcoming stretch, as that one's in for a called strike. Count now 3-1. Three balls, one strike, kick and the pitch. Well high, ball 4, and the Cougars have a leadoff man aboard here in the top of the 6th. That will bring up Mike Zavoli, the Cougar catcher.
Catcher number 17, Michael Zavoli.
Zavoli grounded out to second in his first plate appearance of the day. One on, nobody out. First offering is upstairs for a ball, 1-0. This one, Swan and foul tipped. Count evens at 1-1. One ball, one strike. Runner on first here in the top of the 6th. Kick and the 1-1. Misses upstairs, now 2-1. Two balls, one strike, the count. The pitch, Swan and lifted into center. Going back on it is Oliveras, and he will make the over-the-shoulder catch. And there's one away in the inning. Batter now is Braden Benavides, the Cougar second baseman.
Second baseman number 20, Braden Benavides.
Benavides, the lone starter that stayed in this game right now, has homered, walked twice, and flown out to right. So they'll check on Kinnert over at first. One away here in the Cougar half. CUC with a big 11-run fourth inning, 3 runs in the 5th, including 2 runs in the first, as a breaking ball is in there for a called strike. And it's 0-1. Kick and the 0-1 pitch. Misses down. And the count evens at 1-1. Gianfranco Sorrentino due up next, who homered in his first at-bat. Called strike on the outer half. It makes it 1-2 here to Benavides. Benavides had a couple hits in Game 1 as well. Good day all around for CUC as this one's hit well into center field. Oliveras going back and making a nice catch on the run for the second out of the inning. With 2 outs now, that'll bring up Gianfranco Sorrentino.
Third baseman number 34.
Last time up, he homered. Hit a shot to left center. A 2-run shot, which was his first of the year. 0-0 pitch to him is in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Kick and the pitch. Swan and popped up down the right field line. Long run, dropping quickly, and that will be down for a hit. Kinnert running hard the whole way. And it'll put runners at the corners here with 2 away. With 2 outs, that will bring up Jacob Frank.
First baseman, number 36, Jacob Frank.
Runners at the corners here for Frank. Frank, he went down looking last time up. First pitch swing as he comes up empty on a heater. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch. Swan and hit left and deep. Back at the wall. And watch this one fly out onto Division Street. A 2-run shot for Jacob Frank. And it's 18. A 3-run shot for Jacob Frank. Making it 19-2 CUC.
You lose track after a while.
Jacob Frank sending the 3rd home run of the day over the fence for CUC. 19-2, the Cougars lead it. Batter now will be Matt Uba.
Shortstop, number 6, Matt Uba.
Kick and the first pitch to him misses down in the dirt, and it's 1-0. Everybody's swinging on this team right now. It always has been one of those things that you hear people say, hitting's contagious, and I think it's no more evident than what this team is doing right now. A total of 18 hits in Game 2, 19 runs in Game 2, 33 runs in the series. This team really means business right now, and they take the fact that they're the number 1 team in the country very seriously. Kick and the pitch to Uba, called strike. Dewey would be next. The pitch. Swan and grounded foul on the first base side. Two outs in the inning. Nobody on. CUC with the big swing by Jacob Frank in the inning. Pitch. Swan and sharply grounded foul through the first base coach's box. McNaught deals. Swan and fouled off once again. Two strikes on Uba. 2 outs in the inning. CUC with 3 home runs here in Game 2. As that one misses outside for ball 4. So a walk will put a man on, and will bring up Nathan Dewey.
Left fielder, number 40, Nathan Dewey.
So Dewey will be the batter now. First pitch is down low for a ball. 1-0 the count. CUC leading this one 19-2 here in the 6th. Kick and the pitch missing upstairs for a ball. Now 2-0. Two balls, no strikes to count. Uba the runner at first. That one dealt in there for a called strike. Now 2-1. CUC knew they were going to have to take advantage of this Lakeland pitching staff. They've done so today. 2-1 pitch. Swan and popped up, playable on the infield for the second baseman, Hilburn, who will make the catch, and that will do it for the Cougars in the inning. In the inning for CUC, they pick up 3 more runs. Your new score after 5.5. Cougars 19, Muskies 2. Back here in River Forest once again, Chris Woods on for his second inning of work. Cougars leading this one 19-2. He worked a clean 1-2-3 inning in the 5th as the first pitch is swung and lifted to right, which is playable for out number 1. With 1 out now, that'll bring up the first baseman, Travis Regalado. Regalado is 1 for 2 here in Game 2 today. Has singled and flown out. First pitch misses for a ball, 1-0. Kick in, the pitch down in the dirt. Two balls, no strikes to count. Pitch, Swan, and chopped foul. Count now 2-1 to Regalado. Regalado had a 2-run homer back in Game 1 for the Muskies. Two balls, 1 strike, the count here from Woods. The pitch. Swan and hit sharply but foul, and the count evens at 2-2. Baseball will be back in action tomorrow here against UW La Crosse starting at high noon for a doubleheader. CUC softball hits the road to take on Dominican. That doubleheader starting at 10 a.m. from the Dome at Rosemont. Woods kicks and the 2-2. Breaking ball called, strike 3. He got him looking. And there's 2 away in the Lakeland half. Second strikeout of the day for Woods. That with 2 outs now, that will bring up Hilburn. He is 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. He homered in this game, which came back in the 4th. First pitch swinging is driven into center field. Back goes Dewey at the wall, and he made the catch over his head. What a catch by the freshman Howie Hatton. And that will do it for the Muskies in the inning. Your score after 6, Cougars 19, Muskies 2. Back here in River Forest, once again, I'm CJ Selman. Glad you could join us here. Adam Lackey to lead off for the Cougars here as first pitch is in there for a called strike. New pitcher for the Muskies is Schutz, as that one swung on and missed. The count levels count moves to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch swung on and lifted into center. Playable for the center fielder Oliveris, who will make the catch, and there's one away. One out in the inning. It'll bring up Howie Hatton, who made that great catch to end last half inning. But the new pitcher is Colin Schutz. On the season has a 12.1 ERA, an 0-2 record, as this one's popped up and foul and out of play. 0-1 the count. No balls, 1 strike the count. Here to Hatton. Breaking ball is chopped foul down the third base line, and it moves to 0-2. Kick and the pitch. Misses. Now 1-2. Alex Kinnert due up next. This one in there for a called third strike. Hatton goes down looking, and there's 2 away in the Cougar half of the 7th.
Right fielder number 47, Alex Kinnert.
With 2 outs, that brings up the right fielder, Alex Kinnert. Kinnert walked in his only plate appearance and scored a run. Two outs in the inning to Kinnert. CUC with 3 home runs in the ball game. Don't forget to stick around after the ball game. We'll have head coach Mike Stosky in the booth to talk Cougar baseball and talk about his team's 2 wins here today. As Kinnert puts a charge into one, but it will hook foul down the left field line. Count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kick and the pitch. Swan and chop foul, and we'll do it again at 0-2. CUC on their way to winning their 23rd straight ball game and moving to 12-0 in the NACC. Kick, the 0-2 pitch. Swan and hammered once again, foul down the left field side. Count still 0-2. Wind in the 0-2 once again. Misses down and away for a ball. Now 1-2. What has been cool about this ball game for CUC is when you look at it, Coach Stosky, after that 11-run inning, puts in a brand-new lineup, primarily of freshmen, as this one's popped up on the infield. Calling for it and making the catches of second baseman Hilburn, and that will do it. We'll continue that thought when we get to the bottom of the 7th. Your score after 6.5, Cougars 19, Muskies 2. Back here in River Forest once again, I'm CJ Sellner. Glad you could join us here. New pitcher on for the Cougars here as we move to the bottom of the 7th of this one. It will be Anthony Rogers on to pitch for CUC. Rogers making his 3rd appearance of the year, has a 0 ERA, has thrown an inning and a third, allowed 1 hit, and struck out 1. Opponents batting .200 against him. It will be Banks to lead off for the Muskies. He is 0 for 2 on the day as the first pitch is in there for a called strike. Banks, Frisk, Oliveras due up for the Muskies here in the 7th. Kick and the 0-1 from Rogers is grounded back up the middle for a base hit. The 6th hit of the ball game for the Muskies gets the leadoff runner aboard. So with a runner on now in the 7th, that will bring up Frisk, the designated hitter. He's 0 for 2. Frisk has struck out once. First pitch in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1.
The pitcher they brought in, there were like a couple other guys that rotated. I don't have that.
The 0-1 pitch swung on and popped foul and out of play.
Once I get them, though, at the end of the game, it'll just take a minute to assuming they don't have a...
Quickly 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. The pitch. Swan and grounded softly towards third. Sorrentino on the run. Goes to second for 1. Relay to first, not in time. So it'll be a fielder's choice. 1 out in the inning now. With 1 out now, that'll bring up a pinch hitter for the Muskies in number 16, Ryan O'Harris. So the new pitch hitter for the Muskies, O'Harris.
Pitch hitting for the Muskies, number 16, Ryan O'Harris.
O'Harris getting his first at-bat of the season here, according to my stats. First pitch misses outside for a ball, 1-0. O'Harris pitched in relief in game 1 today. Kick in the 1-0. Fastball in there for a called strike to even the count at 1-1. Dugout giving a little Bronx cheer. So obviously somebody that hasn't spent a lot of time in the batter's box as of recently. Kick and the 1-1. Swung on and fouled off, and the count moves to 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to count. One out here in the 7th. Cougars trying to close this one out early. Kick and the pitch in the dirt and blocked by Zavoli. Count evens at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The count. Kick and the 2-2. Swan and fouled off on the first base side. We'll do it again at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes from Rogers. The pitch in the dirt and blocked, and the count runs full at 3-2. Rogers gets his sign from Zavoli, now sets and kicks the 3-2. In there for a called strike 3, and there's 2 outs in the inning. With 2 outs now for the Muskies, we will have another pinch hitter. It will be number 8, John Rivera. Rivera getting his first at-bat of the, making his 6th appearance of the season. Rivera, a 167 hitter on the year. 2 out, CUC just 1 out away from completing the sweep of Lakeland. First pitch is Swan and fouled tipped into the middle of Zavoli, and it's 0-1. Kick the pitch. Breaking ball misses inside as the count levels at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike the count. Kick and the pitch. Swan and lifted foul and out of play. And the Muskies are down to their final strike. Kick and the pitch. Breaking ball misses down and away. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rogers getting his sign from Zavoli as the sun comes out once again here in River Forest. Kick and the 2-2. Swan and grounded towards second. Benavidez unable to make the play as it goes off the tip of his glove. He was shaded up the middle and was unable to make the play on the run. Puts runners at first and second here with 2 away. On the change later. Back here in River Forest once again. First pitch is upstairs for a ball. Batter is Schutz, the pitcher. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Runners at first and second with 2 away. As that one's in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Correction, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike the count. Kick and the pitch misses high and away. Now 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs in the inning. Rogers getting his sign, now readies. Kicks in the 2-1. Grounded towards third, and it will be a fair ball. And Sorrentino will step on third, and that's your ball game. Final score here in Game 2 of our doubleheader. Cougars 19, Muskies 2. Final totals here in Game 2 for the Muskies. 2 runs on 7 hits, 1 error, and 4 left on. For the Cougars, 19 runs on 18 hits, no errors, and 5 left on. Winning pitcher is Chris Woods, now 1-0. Losing pitcher for the Muskies is
6 hits and 1 error. The winning pitcher is Woods, now 1-0.
Sorry about the technical difficulties. Losing pitcher is Taylor Johan, now 0-2. Cougars, once again, 19-2 winners here in Game 2. We'll have head coach Mike Stosky coming up in just a few moments, folks. Stick around. We'll take a quick commercial break, and we will get you the rest of the final totals of today's Game 2.
Label me.
You know you want to.
Don't be shy.
You do it behind my back.
So say it to my face.
You don't know me.
You know what I am?
I'm a pitcher.
I'm a striker.
I'm a point guard.
I'm a linebacker.
I'm a setter.
Shortstop.
High jumper.
Wrestler.
Defender.
Goalie.
Student.
Student athletes.
That's who we are.
Back here in River Forest once again, I'm CJ Sellner. Glad you could join us here. Cougars with 18 hits, 19 runs in Game 2 as they put up 33 runs in the doubleheader sweep of Lakeland as CUC continues to just impress in all facets of the game. Today it was the offense. Other days we've had other things that have helped us out. But today the offense really did it, and you really had the pitching staff going along as well. And in a big way, having that pitching staff not get taxed at all going into a busy stretch for the Cougars is absolutely critical. As head coach Mike Stosky makes his way up to have a word with us, Cougars once again 19-2 winners here in Game 2. Coach, we knew that you needed to save some pitching, but I didn't think you were going to expect it to do it in this manner today.
Well, we said it yesterday in a pitching meeting we had, that my goal was to keep both guys under 55. So I kind of put it on the hitters a little bit just to let them know, like, hey, we're trying to, if we do well this game, it could help us win a game on Monday or Tuesday. And I think Strep went 53 and Crin went 51, so everyone did their job.
You continue to hit the long ball, but I want to go and talk about the guys that came in. You guys put up an impressive 11-run inning, which we'll get to in a moment, but what's it mean to have guys like that come in like they did today, and they just came out and balled out here for the last 3 innings?
It's just awesome because those guys don't get as many chances as they'd like to have. I mean, when you're 23-1, your lineup is probably doing pretty good, and it's hard to get to the second guy. It just is. And it was awesome because I even said yesterday, we're going to get backed up a little bit here, and we're going to play a bunch of games in a row, and we're going to need some of these guys that haven't gotten a ton of at-bats or a ton of innings to step up and do something big for us. And you saw guys today that just did that. Some of those guys haven't swung a bat in a varsity game since either Florida or Wheaton weekend, and they come out and they're ready to go right away. So it just makes us proud that those guys are buying into the team idea, and they're ready to go as soon as the number's called.
You guys put up a big number against Lakeland before, back in 2016, which you were a part of here. That included an 11-run fifth inning. Just what goes into that, and what is your mindset in the third base coach's box besides just taxing your arm, winding everybody around?
The big thing is we just keep telling the guys, to stay with their approach and don't change anything because we score a lot, or don't change anything because we're not scoring. Again, it goes back to the standard we've created. We want to make sure the guys are living up to a standard, and I know we scored a bunch in that inning, and the game kind of got away from Lakeland a little bit, but that's not going to change who the hitter is. He's still going to attack baseballs. He's still going to try and hit the ball up the middle. We're still going to run around and run bases. So, it's funny because I didn't even know we scored 11 until you told me. But it's just business at hand, man. Go do your job and let the next guy do his, and you saw that happen in that inning to put the game away.
How many times have you been a part of a game where your team hits for the cycle in an inning?
I think this is my first. I think I could probably with some conviction say that's probably my first time I've ever seen that.
Cougars pick up 2 big wins today. Coach, 23 in a row. That 25's coming quick, and we're going to hopefully find out tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think these guys need to be any more motivated than they already are, but I think this little promise has motivated them because I think they just broke the huddle saying 1, 2, 3, 25 because they just want to see me dance. So, again, if your cameras are broken tomorrow and we sweep and your cameras are broken or you can't get down there to take pictures, I won't be too sad about that.
Congratulations on 2 more wins, Coach. Cougars pick up 2 more wins here today. They now improve to 23-1 overall, winners of 23 straight games overall. They now are 12-0 in NACC play. They will host UW La Crosse tomorrow starting at 12 p.m. here in River Forest. If you can't make it to the games, you can find all the live links at cucougars.com/coverage. For the final time today, Cougars sweep the day by scores of 14-2 and 19-2. For everybody at Concordia University Chicago, I'm CJ Sellner. Thank you for tuning in all afternoon long. Cougar fans, we will talk to you tomorrow here from River Forest. Have a good night.